what's up guys? Talk Movies with us here, back again for another movie review of, in my opinion, one of the most badass movies of 2017, and that would be Brawl in Cell Block 99, starring Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Carpenter, which is
Dexter's sister from Dexter.
Yup. And yeah, we got a very dramatic and intense and gritty performance from Vince Vaughn in this. One of my favorite performances I've ever seen him in.
By far the best performance I've ever seen him in. I didn't see him because he was in Hacksaw Ridge, right?
Hacksaw Ridge
I still haven't watched it, but...
Oh, he was great in that. Yeah. I mean, he's had sprinkles of dramatic performances going, even True Detective, which was, was disappointing.
But, like, I mean, he kind of, like, mastered the comedy, and now it's nice to kind of see him branching out into another genre, and I'll tell you, this is way better than his comedic performances.
I mean, I will say he's legit in this movie. Quick rundown is Vince Vaughn just gets laid off from his job, and he turns to what? We need to make a lot of money really fast. Things are going on at home with the family, with the wife, which we said already, played by Jennifer Carpenter. And so he turns to drug running. And, you know, things go south with that. Things don't go as well as planned. You know, a job goes wrong. And that's where the cell block comes in. He goes to jail, right? There's a whole backstory we're not going to get into.
And it definitely would be spoiler territory, so we won't give it away, but holy hell.
Holy hell, man. Vince Vaughn in this movie. This is just an old school prison movie. The gore effects in this movie, the fight scenes in the prison is just unbelievable.
I mean, the scenes are very cringy. It is
gruesome.
Some of them are very hard to watch.
Ooh, edge of your seat. Yeah.
Like, it hurt you to see these people get hurt, so...
You know when you're watching a basketball game and you see, like, an NBA player take a three-pointer, land on that leg, and then the leg goes...
Yes,
or Anderson Silva, his leg turned into a rubber band. If shit like that gets to you...
You might not want to watch that.
Because this movie has a bunch of that, you know, bones breaking, punches. You hear the bone cracks. You hear, you hear the
sound effects are...
The punches. You hear the, you know, they're hitting hard. And, you know, Vince Vaughn really surprised the heck out of me. He is by far the standout performance in this movie. I mean...
Oh, well, obviously. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you know, there's, you know, the drug guys and this and that. And they're just like your Joe Schmo drug dealers.
Yeah.
But
they're nothing special. But if you did watch Banshee...
Oh, yeah.
We got Chayton Littlestone in here, the big badass, you know, Native American guy. He does pretty good in this, but,
watching this movie, I didn't feel like I was watching Vince Vaughn. And I know, like, for the most of this review, we're talking about his performance, but it really is such a standout performance. Like, this performance surprised me out of all the movies that we watched this whole year.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, I'm a big fan of seeing actors branch out. You know, you see it once in a while from Sandler, and you get it from Ben Stiller, where they go, you know, they do their comedy, but once in a blue moon, they do their serious stuff.
But
I gotta say, this was above and beyond for me. He was so good in this movie.
I know.
And the fight scenes, I mean, I got this impression, I didn't see any stunt doubles. The fight scenes, they all look like they were, you know, they were done by him. There were very few cuts in those scenes.
I don't know. It would probably be difficult to find a guy that's that big. I mean,
oh,
huge.
No, he's a monster in this, and it really...
And his head is shaved. He's got a big tattoo on the back of his head.
He's scary in this movie. He's legit.
He's very intimidating. And the dialogue is very few and far between in this movie. There's not a lot of dialogue, but, like, whatever it is, it gets the point across.
Yeah.
And you don't really need it to enjoy the movie.
It's one of those, not that I'm comparing it to Drive, because there's way more dialogue in this than in Drive, but... You saw all the emotion in Ryan Gosling's face, you know, like you saw, like in this movie, you just gotta look at this guy's broken, beaten down expressions on his face, and you just...
He has, like, no emotion.
You feel the pain through him, you know, it's just...
The guy's broken down. He's just trying to do what he has to do to survive and help his family, and you can actually see that without him having to show that much emotion. Without
them having to spell it out to you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I would give it a shot, because this is definitely on my top 10. We'll be filming that top 10 within the next day or two, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, one of the biggest surprises of the year, and I absolutely loved it. Intense, thrilling, emotional, you know, all at the same time.
And just because I always like to touch on the way it was shot.
Yes, because you had some, you know, problems with the way it looked.
So that was kind of like my only con with this movie. I think the shots were interesting, the angles that they used. They used a lot of, like, corner shots where you felt like you were watching the entire room.
Like, like a fly on the wall or something.
Exactly, right? Which I really liked, but the movie was so, like, oversaturated. And it was completely blown out. Like, when you saw white, it was white all around. it was kind of distracting for me. So that was my only con, but I was able to look past it and see how awesome this movie was.
Yeah, overall, I love this one.
Yeah, no, fantastic. So grades.
Grades.
I know what you're gonna give it.
I'm giving it my highest rating, A+. It just reminded me of an old school brawler movie. You know, jail, tough, gritty movie.
Well, even the poster, like, that they used.
It's very retro.
It's very retro. It's
very
retro.
VHS cover worthy.
I'm gonna give it a B+.
Okay.
B+. I really, really enjoyed it. Like I said, his best performance I've ever seen him in.
I would agree with that too. So this movie's 2 hours and like 10 minutes, and it honestly doesn't really feel it.
I didn't feel like it was over 2 hours at all. So
nah,
I mean, I've watched some other movies that are an hour and a half, and it felt like 5 hours. So
yeah, it had a good pacing to it. Prison movies that I could think of off the top of my head, like Shawshank Redemption, of course. You know, The Green Mile. But like, if you want to go even further, Bad Boys, not the Will Smith Bad Boys, Bad Boys with Sean Penn. That's an old one, and it kind of gets that feel. I mean, this is way more bloody and intense, but it's got that grit to it.
What about the one with Arnold and Stallone?
That's Escape Plan. That was that one's fun. That one you could say is fun cheese.
That is definitely fun cheese.
Another one that's great, a great Stallone prison film is Lock Up.
I obviously haven't seen it.
Donald Sutherland, Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, it's that's a fun cheesy one. This one's definitely
it's not
more
like Orange is the New Black.
No, this is definitely gritty, intense, and thrilling. And I was just surprised. The heck, this movie surprised me so much.
Like, it was a blind buy for us. And it's been getting a lot of hype.
Yeah,
good stuff.
And you know what? You really don't see films like this in theaters. You know, you won't see a film. It's hard to market. You know, it's not a superhero movie. It's not a sequel. So.
Do they even rate that one?
Yeah. It doesn't even have a rating on it.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's definitely R-rated. You know, I would say it's R-rated. Safe
I would
to say.
think so. Yeah. Limb snapping, blood. Faces being grind against the floor. Yeah.
Just gritty, raw action. So we're gonna wrap this thing up. But of course, guys, highly recommend this one. Thank you, as always, for checking out this video.
Give this video a big thumbs up.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And let us know if you've seen this movie.
And your favorite Vince Vaughn performance. Let us know down below.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
See you later.